What's up, internet? My name is Kyle. I'm back with another episode about cameras, tech, and all that good stuff. Today we're going to talk about my favorite lens of all time, the Sony 35mm f1.8. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna go over the pros, I'm gonna go over the cons. I'm gonna just flat out say it. It's my favorite lens. I'm very biased with this lens. The con list is extremely short and the pros are very long, but let's get into the video. Oh, real quick, before we get started, I have links in the description to purchase the lens. If you go through the links that are in my description, I get a little kickback from Amazon. If you do that, thank you so much. It really helps. If you don't, no worries. Buy the lens where you find it cheapest. So speaking of cost, the lens is $448 brand new on Amazon right now. Now, of course, lenses hold their value. So if you buy it, you can also sell it for around that price. If you check the Amazon used section, you may get it for like $100 cheaper, but in this case, you get what you pay for. So that kind of comes into number one, which is the look and feel and build quality of this lens. So this is my 35mm f1.8 lens right here. It's a pretty snazzy looking lens and it's really small. It comes with the standard Sony cap. It also comes with a plastic lens hood that goes on like so, which extends it. This thing has actually saved my life a couple times. I've dropped my camera and it lands on the lens hood first, which saves your lens from breaking. The focus ring on this lens is really, really smooth, but it's also kind of tight, which I find really cool. I like that it's tight. I'm not bumping it or anything like that, but then again, I rarely use manual focus, and if I do, I don't mind this focus ring at all. It's very easy to work with. So overall, yes, it is an expensive lens, but I think the build quality definitely makes up for it. It feels like a premium lens, and yeah, I definitely think it's worth the money. Build quality, look and feel, and all that stuff. So I kind of alluded to it. Number two is the overall size of this thing is amazing. So this is what it looks like with the lens cap on it. I'll take, or the rear cap, I'll take that off, and this is how tiny it is. Now, of course, it's gonna look a little bigger with the lens hood on it, but it is not that big. I'm gonna show a couple side-by-sides of what it looks like compared to the a6000 with the kit lens, and you'll see that even with the kit lens extended, they're pretty much the same size. It's a very, very small lens. It's a really good walk-around lens. A lot of people use this for street photography, and it's very discreet. It's not gonna look like this crazy giant thing on your camera, and it works really well with the Sony a6000, and it looks really sleek with the a6000. Really, to be honest with you, the size of it is probably one of my favorite things about the lens. It's just, I don't know, between all of the other lenses I have, it's the perfect size and perfect weight. Okay, so the next thing you want to know is what kind of image quality can you get with this lens and the a6000. And since it's basically always on my camera, you can basically just look down my Instagram feed and pretty much see what it's capable of. But I will show you guys some dedicated photos in this video. They're gonna be raw, and if they're edited, I will mark them with edited in the bottom corner. Okay, and the next thing about this lens that a lot of people like because of the low f-stop of 1.8 is the low light capability. So say if you were comparing this lens to the 18-105 G lens with f4, you're going to get a lot more light with the 1.8 versus the f4. Not everybody needs that. However, I really enjoy the flexibility of being able to shoot in all sort of conditions, all sort of lighting conditions, and it's really great to have an f1.8 lens. Yeah, I really like f1.8. I wish it was lower, but I mean, who doesn't? And the next thing about this lens, which a lot of people love, is the bokeh ability of this lens, which also comes with the f1.8 that it can go down to. So I'm gonna put some side-by-sides on the screen of the kit lens at 35 millimeters at the lowest f value it can go to, which is f5.6. And then I'm gonna compare that to the 35 millimeter at f1.8. And you're gonna see a clear difference in the background and how it's affected by a lower f-stop. Okay, so the next thing, and this being a Sony lens, it's not surprising, is the autofocus is super fast. Now, a lot of people are like, duh, it's a Sony lens and a Sony camera, so it's native to this camera and it performs awesomely. But apparently this lens, from reviews that I've seen, claim that this has a faster autofocus than, say, the 50 millimeter. I don't know why that is, but it seems like the general consensus. Again, I don't know the focus speeds compared to the Sigma 30 millimeter, but hopefully in the future, I'll grab my hands on that lens and compare the two in all the different categories. A lot of people like on this lens is the concave lens element on the front. It bends inward instead of outward, which is just really just a bonus to the looks of it. And sorry, my lens is a little dirty. It lives on here, so give it a break. It's okay. I didn't mean to talk dirty about you. I mean, you are dirty, but... Okay, and one of the last but not least cool things about this lens is that it has optical Steadyshot. Now, a lot of people love that about this lens because the Sigma 30mm f1.4 does not have it. Basically what OSS is going to do for you is it's going to take out those small, tiny micro jitters when you're holding your camera handheld, whether it's in video or in photography. And in photography, that's going to allow you to shoot at slower shutter speeds. It's not the biggest advantage in the world, but it is prevalent. That's part of the reason why this lens is a lot more expensive than the Sigma, especially since the Sony a6000 does not have IBIS in-body stabilization inside the camera. A lot of Sony lenses provide OSS. Fun fact, the kit lens has OSS and this Sigma 16mm does not. So the kit lens may be a better vlogging lens for the Sony a6000. I may have just said that. What up? Now what's really tough is I want to recommend this lens as like the first lens you go out and buy when you get the a6000, but it's hard to do that at the price it's at. I mean, like I said, it's worth the money. It's worth every single cent. But for somebody who just bought a camera that was $400-ish, you know, depending on where they got it, it's hard to go then buy a lens that costs the same amount as the actual body itself. But if you're looking to get that super great high image quality right out the gate when you get your new camera, this is a great lens to recommend. It's really good at street photography. It's also great at portraits because it's a 50mm equivalent full frame. I know people love their equivalence talks and everything like that, but it's great for portraits. It's even great for landscapes in certain aspects. I've gotten some of my favorite landscape shots using this lens. And it's just an overall great walk around lens. I should probably stop waving the box in the air. I go back and forth between recommending the 50mm Sony 1.8 and the 35mm Sony 1.8 as your first lens besides the kit lens. They're both great, the 50 and 35. 35's way more expensive, 50mm less expensive. So it's really kind of personal preference and I guess your pocket, how much money you have. So yeah, those are my overall kind of final thoughts about it. It's a great street photography lens, great everyday lens, and you can use it for a lot of different stuff, but also keep in mind it's expensive and it's a prime lens. So you're not gonna be zooming in or anything like that. You're gonna have to use your feet and walk a little closer if you have to. But yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know about the example photos and video that I showed you. Let me know if those are crap or they're good or okay. I don't know. This is really only my second lens review. The other one I did was the Sigma 16mm f1.4. Let me know if you like that one better than this one, all that stuff. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So now we're in the credits here, I think. Just to let you guys know, I've been posting a lot in the community tab on YouTube, which should show up in your subscription feed. I did a poll of what video I should make, and you guys voted for this video. The next leading topic was astrophotography. Let me know if you still want me to do that. I may throw up another poll this week and see what you guys want, because I like making videos that you guys are interested in. All right, I'm definitely going now. I'm gonna clean up. Yeah, bye.